I would say that one's the lower proof.
This one, the far right is the lower proof?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's familiar.
What's up, Big E? What's up, man?
You can just sit on the couch and face the TV, man.
Yeah, he really is in the corner over there.
You know what I'm talking about?
He's taking it serious.
I think we got two second place votes. Yeah. And a unanimous.
I'm great because
Who's the next round?
we are literally playing for Kentucky. We are not sponsored by Home Depot, but it's the only box I could find, and I had to hide these bottles from Matt. Matt graciously agreed to do a blind, and I told him that they are all whiskeys, or bourbons or ryes, no single malts, nothing to throw you off, nothing bad. There's not a Malort in here, there's nothing like that. The only thing that I want to do is I want you to taste through these whiskeys, and I want us to learn if you think value and dollars equate to better whiskey. Okay, so I've got 3 examples up here. They're well known, shelf available. There's nothing here that's exquisite or out of the realm of norm. But I just want to know your opinion on each of these, what you think they may be worth, proof. You don't have to guess distillery or anything like that. Just kind of want you to taste through them and then tell me what you think about them. Okay. Can you do that?
Yep.
All right.
Any particular order?
Just keep them in order because the bottles are in them below. But you can taste them in any order you like. Yeah, I noticed they kind of. I noticed that.
Stacked by volume.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. But if you need more of any of them, we'll make sure that happens.
The buzzer, you know?
Yeah, we can hit the buzzer.
Phone a friend.
Yeah. And Matt was one of the contestants that has moved on to the next Battle of Blends at the Whiskey Blendery, along with my team. His team is up against it. So we are on different teams, but we both got through. So I want to kind of gauge his palate and understand a little more about that. Because for me right now in my whiskey journey, I've learned a lot about whiskey. I know what I like. I'm dead set on those kind of things. And I know what I don't like, right? But I like learning other people's palates and then suggesting things for them based on that palate or what I think that's very like beneficial for me to do that because I get joy out of you finding a whiskey that maybe you wouldn't try before, but it matches up with your palate. That's not what we're doing today, obviously. But I just kind of want to understand your palate more, and these 3 bottles will kind of give me an ideal of where your palate lies. I would say.
Give me to go through like all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then talk. Okay.
Yeah. That's the whole point, is to compare them. If one stands out more than the others, or one is horrible, or one is great, then that's your opinion. And like to me, like the worst thing you find out here, I like doing these myself, because the worst thing you'll find out here, you know, if you're wrong, you like a whiskey that's cheaper, and that's great. That's great for you because you can buy more of them, right? It's one of those things where even if you're wrong, you're right here. So I always like doing blinds because they give you a real determination of value. They give you a real determination of what you really like. When you have no information to go on, when you don't know the distillate, you don't know the brand, you don't know the price, all you have left is your palate, right? So palates are subjective, obviously. I can't tell you what you like. You can't tell me what I like, but it will at least give me an ideal of the path of bourbon trail that you're on. And
Did he have any hints as far as?
No, I just told him they're all shelf available. There's nothing exquisite or off the charts. We may get to some of those later, but it's
You
not.
didn't say they're all bourbons, or they're all ryes, or they're all.
They're either bourbon, whiskey, or rye.
Okay.
So
Could be anything.
Yeah, there's no single malts. There's no Malorts. There's no nothing's going to taste bad or ruin your palate.
I would say that one's the lower proof.
This one, the far right, is the lower proof.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's familiar. Had kind of like a banana on the nose, but
What does banana mean to you? It means different distilleries to a lot of people.
yeah. So to me, banana, I get that with Jack Daniels.
Jack. Okay.
But when I tasted it, it was not as familiar. So that surprised me. I would say that was probably the higher proof, at least of the first two. I think it's higher proof of all of them.
Okay.
Probably like this one the least. I'm torn in what it might be.
Yeah.
The nose is good.
Like I said, you don't really have to guess what it is. I just, you know, if you like it the least, you like it the least, and
Yeah.
if you like one more than the other, I kind of like the proof that you're telling, because to me, like, proof tells a story with flavor. So
So this one just kind of falls a little flat on the mouth and finish
okay.
for me. That one kind of stays consistent through it.
We thinking whiskey, bourbon, rye?
I'm thinking that one's a whiskey. Yeah, that one's a whiskey.
Okay.
This one might be a rye,
Interesting.
just on the nose. But again, like I said, the nose, it's familiar to me, but when I tasted it, it's a little, maybe it's just different single barrel that I've not had before of what I think it is.
Okay. Yeah, there are single barrels in play here. I quite can't remember if this one has one or not.
It's got a little fruit note
But
at the end.
So if I was going to say 1, 2, 3, what I'm hearing is your 2 over 3.
Yep. I'm not sure about these two.
Not sure about those two. Okay.
But right now, this one's my favorite, I think.
All right.
The middle one?
Y'all are welcome to discuss. It's open for.
It's really oily, that middle
I
one.
think this one's the lowest.
Yeah, it is hanging onto the glass quite a bit. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that one's definitely lower proof. If I had a guess value, I think it might be the lower value.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question too. I want to know what you think is the best, and then I'd also like to know what you think is the highest cost bottle up here. And those necessarily aren't the same thing, right? Sometimes we have high cost bottles that aren't worth it. And if you can detect that, that's fine. But if something's a telltale, then let us know.
Good finish. It lingers for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I
Okay.
think that one's probably the most expensive. That one's probably like a $60, $70 bottle.
So you like the middle bottle in value the best, so, in your opinion?
I like it overall best, but yeah, I think it's probably in that, definitely less than $100. I think it's a Jack Daniels. I think it's rye.
Yeah, speak up, man. What you whispering for?
Damn. Okay. I was getting I don't want to call it funk, but I was getting the nose and the palate. I don't know if it's right,
They're very different from each other, aren't they?
but it reminded me, I don't know if this is the right one, it reminded me of a wild turkey.
As soon as you said funk, I went turkey, but
Interesting.
I don't know if it is, but
Be good. Really good.
But that's-
you're not usually a turkey head though, right?
It depends.
Okay.
I do like turkey. Right now, my favorite bottle that's open is turkey.
Really? Which one?
And
Ah,
So what are your determining factors when you're doing a blind? You're obviously trying to figure out what the distillery is or who produced it. What are some
Yeah.
other things you're trying to identify?
I mean, for me, it's like just pick the best one, and then we'll see if it's the highest value or the lowest value. And if you like a lower priced whiskey, there's nothing wrong with that. You actually win in that scenario because you can buy more of them, right? I just think blinds are very telling because what we have worked up in our mind, and when we see a bottle and we put a lot of hype on this thing, right? We already in our mind are starting to think what this is going to taste like. When you take that equation away, it really just leans on your palate.
Is that a Jack Funk or is that Wells Turkey?
this reminds me a lot of the bottle you just had in your hand, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, you said banana, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm staying there. It's
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I think that was the cheapest and the lowest proof. I think this one might be more expensive than this one.
Okay.
That one's still
I'm gonna keep these in order, and y'all don't have to trust me. Y'all can ask Jamarcus. He watched me pour these up and
I would say it's all on film.
put them in order. So, you ready for the reveal?
See it. Really?
Standard Buffalo Trace,
That doesn't surprise me. That surprises me.
Traveler,
That really surprises me.
and Duck Club, which is sourced. I want to say sourced Tennessee whiskey.
Oh,
Doesn't say where.
Yeah, but I don't think Jack allows
I doubt
sourcing.
they,
So.
yeah. That's interesting. That's cool. So I would guess this is that one probably cheapest, but this is like right there with it. That one's I think the most.
Volume wise, this is cheapest. This is obviously a bigger bottle, but it would be in value. It'd be 1, 2, 3. You like 2 the best, but you thought this was the most expensive. I think is what you said.
Yeah, that surprised me.
And this was the lowest proof, which I think this is the. Is this 80 or 90?
90. It's the same proof as.
So this is 90, and this one is 90 as well. Yeah.
It's so surprising that. Yeah.
And this one is 110. It's slightly higher.
I don't.
And I thought this stood up really well when I tried it the first time. I thought it was kind of gimmicky with the the Duck Club and all that. I was like, oh, that'd be a good bottle to take hunting. And then I tried it and I was like, okay, wait a minute, there's something here.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Those two on the end do not taste the same proof to me.
yeah, you thought this was a lot lower proof. You think this has to do with age, maybe?
I think that one's a lot. To me, that one was a lot smoother.
Yeah. So you thought it was
So
lower
that
proof.
smooth and that lower proof,
Yeah.
it drank real easy. That
Yeah.
one
And this
had
one-
a little
Sharper.
sharpness to it,
Right.
which apparently is not the proof.
Yeah, and undisclosed, but rumors of natural grain whiskey or natural grain in here, which would be vodka.
Is there an age?
There is no age statement on it, and it is whiskey, not bourbon, so
Yeah.
we can't go by that at all. But bottle gets a lot of hate, honestly. A lot of people say it's disgusting. I would never have that. I don't think it's bad for a mixer. I don't think it's bad.
It's not bad for mixer.
You know, and it's very affordable if it's what you can afford to get into Buffalo Trace. If it's what's available for you, there's nothing wrong with it. I would drink something else, honestly.
Yeah.
Now this is worth the upgrade to me as far as dollars. If these were the same size bottles, I think this one would be 22 and this one would be 28. It's worth the $6 upgrade to Buffalo Trace. And then, like I said, I really thought Duck Club showed up well when I tried it the first time. That's why I wanted to put it in this blind against these, honestly, gargantuan distilleries.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That really surprised me.
So what we found out today is what we always think isn't the case, but if we can find a haystack in the needle that we like, we might go back to it, right? So we got a couple more of these. We're going to ramp up in proof and maybe rarity and a couple other things, and there's going to be some bigger disparities between these in the future. But I look forward to it, and I think you did a good job on the first one, Matt. Good job.
Appreciate it.
I got one for you too.
Oh, and Eric has a blind for me. I like it.
And you.
I'm definitely willing to do a blind. So we're going to keep a whiskey, and we're going to get to the next one, guys.